Congratulations on Rosario. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time too.
Oh yeah, of course. And Emeraude, Rosario's overnight, quest becomes quite the ordeal, of course. So, my first question, were there, I was reading about the movie too, of course, the director's statement and what you've said, and, were there parts of the characters, backstory, aside from, the supernatural elements, were there themes tied to maybe like her career journey and her success before her grandmother's passing and all that, that maybe you connected to on a personal level when you were maybe first reading the script and everything?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that, sometimes we try to be something we're not to fit in. We try to do certain things to be cool. And,
Yeah.
deep down, that doesn't really make you who you are. That doesn't make you authentic. That doesn't make you unique. And once you start to embrace those kinds of things that make you you, your family, your past, where you come from, who you are as a person, if you just let that out, I feel you just fully blossom to the best person you could be. And I definitely resonated with that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people will. Yeah, that's great. And Felipe, this is a wonderful addition to the horror genre, but it also, becomes very much a haunted house scary movie, which a lot of people enjoy. Do you feel that your finished product was inspired or influenced by any past films or in the subgenre of haunted house? Or were there certain filmmakers you found yourself, going back to when you were creating this movie?
Oh man, so many greats. I think we're all kind of built on the foundation of these great horror filmmakers. I look at Raimi, of course. I think is one that is
Yeah.
very much Drag Me to Hell, Evil Dead 2. Further back, like Italian giallo horror. I'm talking about like bright neon, gore and blood and vomit. All of that I think found its way into Rosario. There's a Japanese film called House that is like the
Oh,
greatest
yeah.
haunted house movie of all time. It is just balls to the wall nonstop. That one is really fun. And then some old school like Mexican movie for these rituals and these traditions. La Llorona and El Vampiro and Santa Sangre. All of that, I think, is an amalgamation that made this movie possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, those make sense. I was thinking about some of those too, of course, which yeah, is a really a testament to how well this movie turned out. I think a lot of people are going to have fun with it. Um, and Emerald, I was curious, do you feel that your long run on that great show, Shadowhunters, given the nature of that series, do you feel that that helped, I don't know, maybe grease the wheels and helping to,
Oh, yeah, I was so that show I was extremely very action packed, right? That
yeah,
I was constantly training and in heels. I was the only cast member in heels doing all of that. By the way, I just love to say that. Yeah, but I think it definitely helped. I feel like everything that I've done in the past in some way has helped where I am now and what I do with my choices. And this is only gonna, get better. I don't think you ever stop learning. Right? You always get better at your craft inevitably. So yeah, Shadowhunters, thank you. It helped. I
yeah,
got to fight some demons then. Unfortunately, I don't have Isabel's whip to fight the demon of the grandma, her mom, family. I don't have her whip, but I do have her brains.
yeah.
So
There you go. Mind over matter,
yeah.
No, that's great. Um, yeah. And yeah, it's a wonderful performance. So yeah, can't wait to see what you do next. And Felipe, I also wanted to ask, I heard about, some updates online about the movie, the, if your possible reinterpretation of the movie Leprechaun. I wasn't sure if that was going to be happening, but either way, I was curious. I mean, a lot of people were excited. If there's anything you wanted to share about what you were hoping to bring to that, because that was such a classic, and folks were excited to, I think, see an update, of course, with you helming it.
It's a classic. It was the first one was Jennifer Aniston's first film,
Oh yeah.
but unfortunately, I'm no longer working on that project. But my next project is a very far cry from horror. I'm going to be doing a reboot of Bob the Builder, the kids show,
Oh,
with
nice.
Jennifer Lopez and Anthony Ramos, and it's set in Puerto Rico now. It's a really beautiful story of building a home, building a community, and what that means.
Well, that's awesome. I grew up with Bob the Builder, so that's great.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait for that. And yeah, that's great that you're branching out. And Emeraude, I love in Rosario, I loved your scenes alongside your co-star David as Joe. He's always excellent. I've met him before, and no spoilers, of course, around his character, but I know in the past he's played some questionable characters in other movies.
Yeah.
I was curious if you were familiar with a lot of his work before,
I mean,
signing
of
on to this
course,
project.
he's so great at what he does.
Yeah,
He could just be for a second on screen and you remember him because he's so iconic and you know what, he shows up and it feels like it's so natural. Like if he does I'm sure he does the work, but he was ready. I, I just, he was a great partner to be on set with. He was very collaborative and was there to make sure that our work felt easy and for anything we needed from him, he was available. So it's really nice to work with people that are kind and care about the craft.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he's a super nice guy, and he was excellent, and you're excellent, and Felipe, no spoilers. I love how this movie ends. Have you had thoughts about how to, continue in this little universe with possible sequel or spin-off or prequel, anything like that? Those thoughts come into your head at all?
Well, I mean, tell your readers and viewers to go watch the movie, and if it
Yeah.
does well, hopefully we can continue the Rosario world. What I will say though is that I think there are many more stories to discover, especially when it comes to Grandma Griselda, her world, where she came from. And we will be doing a comic book that expands the world a little bit that'll be coming out shortly.
Oh, nice. When is that due out? Do you have any further
Not
details
sure.
there?
I don't know the details, but maybe if you connect with whoever's been your point, we can get more information on that.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, that's great. Well, yes, in the meantime, congratulations again to you both on Rosario. And yeah, I can't wait for everyone else to see it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.